Hello all, welcome to the Cloud DevOps Guru channel. Today we are going to discuss about the what is the resource. In the previous session, we had discussed about the how we are using the Terraform, how we can set up the Terraform and run the commands for create the infrastructure using the Terraform. So how we can create the VPC manually and how we can create that using the Terraform. Okay, today we will understand the what is the resource in the Terraform. Resource is nothing but the block in the Terraform. That is the very important block. So using the resource, we can create the actual resources into the any provider. For example, I wanted to create the VPC. Yesterday we seen how we are created the VPC. For creating that VPC, we will define the resource block into the Terraform. Using the resource block only, we can create the actual resources into the our any provider. For example, I wanted to create the VPC resource. I wanted to create the subnet resource into the AWS. I wanted to create the internet gateway. I wanted to create the virtual machine, or I wanted to create the S3 storage. So that we can automate using the we can create that using the Terraform. For that we will define the resource block into the Terraform file. Okay, whenever and also yesterday we understand whenever we are defining our any resources, that file name we can give the file name give the any name, but we will give the extension as a .tf. Okay, here you can see yesterday we had created the one VPC using this block. Okay, today we will understand how we can create the one VPC. Then we will create the two subnets. Okay. First of all, we will understand the syntax of the resource. For example, I wanted to create the one VPC resource. Okay, just I will search the VPC resource and I will get this resource name VPC, right? So for example, this is the resource. Okay, here resource block starts with the resource. You can see this is the resource. Okay, this is the type of resource, and here we will give the any logical name. You can give the any logical name, main or my VPC, my subnet. You can give the any name here. Then here we will pass the parameters. For example, this is the logical name. Okay, this is the resource type, resource underscore type. Then here we will define the attributes, arguments, and attributes. Okay, n number of arguments and attributes we will mention inside the block, resource block. Okay, so in this way we can fill the our resource block and we will create the infrastructure. For example, yesterday we had seen the how to create the VPC. Just you can take this as an example. Now you can see resource. Here type of the resource. We are going to create the VPC as the type, resource type. Then we are given the logical name as the my VPC, and this is the argument of the VPC resource. So let's go to the browser. This is the my VPC resource type. Okay. Now you can see whenever you come down here, you can see list of arguments. Here it is given, and here it has given the list of attributes. Okay. What is the argument and what is the attributes in the resource? Okay. Arguments are nothing but the input. Okay. Attributes are nothing but the output into the attributes are nothing but the output. For example, if you are creating any resource, so you have to pass some inputs. So whenever you wanted to pass the any input, we will use the argument. Okay. And whenever you wanted to output of that resource, so we will use the attribute. So I will show you how we can use that. Now here, while creating the VPC, we use the CIDR block as the argument, right? So just you can go to the resource page and you can search here. Here you can see in the argument section, we have the CIDR block. Based on your manual work, whenever you noted your manual steps, based on that you can search the arguments into the your resource and you can fill your value. Now today we are going to create the VPC, then we will create the two subnets, right? So in this way, how we had created the VPC, just using this block. Now I wanted to create the subnet. Go to the browser, just you can search the AWS subnet Terraform. So it will go to the subnet resource. Just click on that. Go down. So now you can see resource name is the subnet. Here you can give the any logical name, and this is the resource. Just you have to fill the values. But before that, I am going to AWS console and I will show you how to create the subnet manually. Just you can click on the subnet, click on the create subnet. Here we have to give the VPC name. Means whenever we are going to create the subnet is the logical entity inside the VPC. VPC is the wider network. Inside that VPC we will create the small networks, that is called the subnet or subnetwork. So when we are creating the subnetwork, so we will assign, means where in which VPC we are creating our subnet, that we are mentioning here. So I am creating my subnets into the my VPC. Okay, what is the my VPC CIDR? 192.168.0.0./16. Okay, now here you can give the name subnet 1, for example. Okay, and what is the CIDR for our subnet? 192.168.1.0/24. If you are not understand the what is the CIDR, how we can create the sub CIDRs, so please go and watch any YouTube AWS networking, so that you can understand. Then you can able to understand this how I am giving this. Okay, then if you wanted to add another any subnet, just you can click here. So you can mention those values and click on the create subnet. In this way you can create your subnet manually. So what we are passing here, just you can note down. So here I'm passing the subnet name, VPC, in which VPC we are creating, then CIDR. These three things we are mentioning while creating the subnet, right? So in this way, we get the input values. Just you can go to your resource. So now you can see I'm copying this one and pasting into our file. Now you can see my resource is the AWS underscore subnet, and I'm giving the, here you can give the any name, my first subnet, for example, first subnet. Okay, here I need the output of this VPC. Okay, so I will discuss this how we can get the output. First of all, now I am getting the output of my VPC. Just I will modify that one here. Means I am assigning the my VPC ID here to the subnet. Then I am passing the CIDR range of 10 dot. Okay, don't give this one. That's it. So if you wanted to give here also, Control Z. Okay, I wanted to give the subnet name, that is the subnet 1, for example. Okay, in this way I had created the one subnet. If I wanted to create the second subnet, just you can paste it here. Now just change the CIDR of your subnet, then you can change the name of your subnet, second subnet. How we are passing that? Just we need the name of the our subnet, VPC and CIDR block, right? Whenever we search the subnet, so just you can see the argument block and attribute block. Okay, here you can see CIDR of our subnet, then VPC ID is required. Now you can see here we are mentioning the VPC ID and CIDR block. Whenever we pass the tags, anything in the tags block, so it will create the name into the our resource section. Okay, just we will see that. So in this way we can create the VPC and two subnet inside the VPC. Just open the terminal here, go inside your folder. Now you can Terraform validate. Terraform validate command is used for validate the syntaxes of your blocks. Here it is giving the error like this, you can see. For example, now I will run the once again Terraform validate. Here you can see duplicate resource configuration, line number 30. So we will see what is the mistake in the line number 30. So now you can see same name, it is not accepting, right? So I will give the my subnet. Now you can run your Terraform demo pro. You can run the Terraform validate. If you are not having any syntax errors, so it will successfully validate, otherwise it will give the some issue. So you can see our configuration is successfully, means we are not having any syntactical error, then you can run the Terraform fmt. So it will format your code. If you are not having any structure, so then it will format your code. For example, I had written this inside in this way, but whenever you run the Terraform fmt, it will format the your code structure. Terraform fmt. So now you can see, so it align the in the better way, right? So now go to your folder, demo pro. You can run the Terraform plan. So it will show the what is the your plan, means what we are going to create into the our provider. That plan it will be give. So now you can see 3 resources we are adding, 0 change and 0 destroy, because here we are creating the 3 resource. One is the VPC, 2 subnets. Okay, then if you are okay, then you can apply the changes. Terraform apply. So it will create the infrastructure in the your provider. Yes. So now go to your change your region, North Virginia. VPC, your VPC. Now you can see it has created the one VPC and 2 subnets, subnet 1 and subnet 2. In this way, you can create the infrastructure, actual infrastructure using the resource, right? So just you can, once you done, you can destroy the your resources. After done the practice, you can destroy your resources using the Terraform destroy. Pass the S here. Okay, it has destroyed. So what we understand today? We understand today what is the resource, what is the argument, what is the attribute, okay, and how we can use the Terraform validate and Terraform fmt command. Okay, so please do the practice. Whatever I had covered till now, please do practice one or twice, then only you can get the hands-on. So you can create any resources. First you can create the manually, then you try to find out the resource, fill the attributes and arguments, then you can run your Terraform. That's it from my end today. If you are the new on my channel, please do subscribe the channel. If you require any improvement, please do the comment in the comment section. I will try to improve that. Thank you.